History is full of ruthless conquerors who built empires on blood and fear, but what happens when one of the most brutal conquerors in history has a sudden change of heart and decides to rule with peace and compassion instead? Hey, I'm Michael from Buddhi History. Let's explore the incredible transformation of Ashoka the Great, the emperor who traded his sword for a philosophy. This story begins around 273 BCE in ancient India. Ashoka was the grandson of the Mauryan Empire's founder, and he was hungry for power. Legend says he was so ruthless that he killed 99 of his own brothers to secure his path to the throne. For the first 8 years of his reign, he was known as Ashoka, Ashoka the Fierce, a brutal tyrant who expanded his empire with terrifying efficiency. He had conquered almost the entire Indian subcontinent, but there was one kingdom that still resisted, Kalinga. And then, in 261 BCE, Ashoka launched an invasion of Kalinga that was savage even by ancient standards. The battle was a bloodbath. Ancient sources claim over 100,000 soldiers were killed, and even more civilians were deported and died from famine and disease. Ashoka had won. The empire was his. But when he walked through the ruins of the conquered city, he wasn't filled with pride, he was horrified. Surrounded by death and destruction, he saw the true cost of his ambition. And in that moment, something inside him broke. This was the turning point of his life. The man who was Ashoka the Fierce died on that battlefield, and a new man was born. He renounced violent conquest forever. He discovered the teachings of Buddhism and embraced its message of non-violence, compassion, and tolerance. But he didn't just find personal faith, he made it his state policy. He began issuing his famous edicts, declarations carved on massive stone pillars and rocks all across the empire for everyone to see. These weren't laws about taxes or punishment. Instead, they spoke of respecting all living things, religious tolerance, and caring for the poor and the elderly. He built hospitals for both people and animals, planted trees along roads to provide shade for travelers, and sent Buddhist missionaries as far away as Greece, Egypt, and Sri Lanka, transforming Buddhism from a local Indian sect into a major world religion. He effectively became the first great emperor to rule by a moral and ethical code rather than by fear. Ashoka's reign proves that a leader's greatest strength isn't just the power to conquer, but the wisdom to show compassion. He created a legacy of peace that influenced Asia for thousands of years, all because he dared to look upon the horrors of war and chose a different path. Thanks for watching. Follow me at Buddhi History for more incredible stories from the past.